Hi guys, my name is Cornelius and I'm here to talk to you about a lesson number 8, which is editing repairs from the SolidWorks Essentials book. Now, the file which we'll be using for this is called editing CS. So what I'm doing here is just going to be opening up this file, editing CS. And within this file, there is a component and there is a sequence of errors that are showing up. So we have a range of different types of errors. Um, these circles with a cross around it, that means that so it's an error marker. We have warning markers as well. And you can also see these showing along the left-hand side here as well. And if we keep going down, we can see all of the different varieties of different types of errors inside our sketch. Now, one useful tool which we can use when we're trying to diagnose what's going wrong with our drawing is the rollback bar. Now, what I'll do is we'll just look for that rollback bar just down the bottom here. And here it is. We can roll back the sketch to some kind of position going backwards. We can also roll forwards the sketch as well. So this is going to be useful for us if you're looking through that component. We can search through the tree as well. So at the top here, we've got this symbol here which means filter. We can have a look at all the different components and search for different aspects. So say for example, if we type in extrude, then we'll look at only the extrude features inside the sketch. And we can also look for, say for example, sketch, if you wanted to see all of the sketches within our parts. We can also flatten the whole tree here, and you can do that by pressing the Control and T buttons together on your keyboard. So Control and then the letter T. When you do that, whilst this is selected, so Control T, it will flatten out the drawing, so you can see all of this all flattened out here. So Control T again, and you'll see these all now condensing again. All right. Now, what we could do here is we can take the rollback bar and we can roll back to a position which is right at the beginning here. Now, if we click on the rebuild button, now we can only see just one error and we can work our way through. So it says the sketch cannot be used for a feature because an endpoint is wrongly shared by multiple entities. So we should look in the sketch of this drawing. So here, click on the arrow, click on the sketch, and then we'll go to edit sketch. Something that's useful here is we can click on zoom to fit, and we see that there is another drawing, another sketch item, which is just up the top here. So we're going to need to delete that. All right, so we could select that and delete. So next thing here is we can have a look at that again. So click on zoom to fit. The quick key is F. And we should be able to see our whole drawing just showing up here. Okay, next thing that we need to look at is check sketch for feature. So I'm just going to look for where that is here. So just go to Tools, Sketch Tools, and then check sketch for feature. So at the top here, go to Tools, Sketch Tools, and then check sketch for feature. So let's see if we can find that just down here. So here we go, check sketch for feature. And now the feature that we want to check is your base extrude, and we'll look for multiple disjoint close and then go click on check. So it cannot be used because an endpoint is wrongly used. So we can click on OK to check for any errors. And we can see two gaps which are too small. So here's one over there. We can use the magnifying button to zoom that up. So it looks like it's disabled in the mode that I've got at the moment. So we can zoom in here. And we see that there's an additional line here, which is very small. Click on the arrow and see if we can zoom out. It looks like that we can zoom into here. And right, so we've got a problem just down in this bottom corner. So we can just delete that and drag this down to attach. Okay, I'll press the F key to zoom to fit. And then lastly, we just make this side and this side equal. Okay, click on the green tick. And now if we click on rebuild, we'll see on the left-hand side that the error disappears. So let's just move the rollback bar down one more step. And we see a problem with the cut extrude. So click on rebuild. And the problem is sketch contains dimensions or relations to geometry. Alright, so let's have a look. We'll look in the sketch. Check that out, Control 8. And we see that there is a brown sketch item here. If we click on that, click on the red arrow, drag that down, that'll move and attach to that point there. We can close the sketch, move the rollback bar down, move it again. We see that there's put it in a plane. Go down again, we see the rib. And now we've got a problem with the cut extrude. So click on rebuild. And we see a problem with the plane. So to have a look at the sketch plane, we click on the sketch, right click, go to edit sketch plane. And we see that the plane has gone missing. So if we click on there, and we can redefine it as that front face. Alright, let's keep going. So we've chamfered the edge, that's fine. Put in another hole in the top. And on the sides, alright, so rebuild again. We see there's an error that's coming up. The sketch contains dimensions or relations to model geometry which no longer exists. So that means that there is some kind of geometry that has disappeared and now it doesn't know what it should be attached to. So we'll click on the rebuild. Click on this arrow here and we'll have a look at the sketch again and edit the sketch. We'll zoom in and we see that the dimension is this kind of brown color, and we see a red component here, a red section here which is hanging. So I'll just click on that and drag it and attach it to the bottom there. Alright, so that's fixed. Close the sketch and let's keep going. Drag down. Okay, that's fine. Drag again. Circular pattern has been okay. One more. Alright, so if there's a problem with the cut extrude, let's see what it is. Okay, so this is the same error as before, where it's the dimension is dangling. So we'll have a look at that sketch again. Let's try that again. Edit the sketch. Alright, and so we see that there's a problem with the co-radial relationship. So if I click on the circle, we see that red position here. We can try to attach it again to this edge. So click, hold, and drag, and then let it go on that edge. Let's try that again. So click, hold, and drag. So now that's attached. We'll do that the same thing for the other side. So this handle, you can click, hold, and then drag that up to this point here. And now that's attached. Okay, so close the sketch, and we'll continue down one more. And one more fillet. Alright, and then one more. Okay, so we see a problem with the fillet. We can have a look at trying to fix that again. So click on rebuild. So fail to do the fillet. We can check the input geometry. Or we can also use the Feature Expert button. So we can click on this. So we'll try to fix the fillet issue. It's found a solution, so now we've filleted that face. And now our component is now fixed. What was once a blank section is now a complete part. All right, thank you for watching. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.